Hello. Well, you can't deny it. American politics really is a lot of fun recently. I've been very interested in the Elizabeth Warron case, and for any of you who have been under a rock for the past couple of weeks and don't know about the Elizabeth Warron case, it's this. The Senator, Elizabeth Worron, has made much of her family history, which she says includes Cherokee ancestress, or Choctaw, or Apache, or something. And President Trump said that he would shell out $1 million to a charity of her choice if she took a DNA test to prove that she is what is so often referred to as a Native American. Although, actually, as an aside, to my uneducated British mind, all Americans, if they're born there, are Native Americans, given that the word native means born there. Anyway, what do I know? I don't know how the Democrats manage to find those banana skins to step on, but it's like they're doing it deliberately, and Trump keeps laying them and they just keep on going for them. You'd think they'd have learnt to shut up after the Kavanaugh case, wouldn't you? Which was a bit of a disaster for them. But oh no, Warren just marches dead ahead and steps right on to yet another banana skin. And the really, really dopey thing about it is she actually seems proud of the results. And what were the results? Well, apparently, the laboratory said, there's a chance she might be between 1/64th and 1/1000th some sort of American Indian or Mexican or South American of some sort, maybe. Which several spoilsports have said isn't much of a sample. And as far as I'm concerned, it seems to me to be about as useful an indicator of her heritage as a transparent plastic Mac on a flasher. Look, you want my opinion, there have been Jews in Europe for the past 2,000 years. They turned up with the Romans, and of course, over that time there must have been plenty of intermarriage and hanky-panky going on, and so I should think that most citizens of Europe, by those lights, will be Jewish. I don't think some of them will take too kindly to that. And in any case, why is DNA important? After all, we don't need proof anymore, it's just how you identify yourself, isn't it? If Miss Warron wants to identify herself as a Native American, then why shouldn't she be allowed to be one? After all, there are men with penises and beards and no sign whatever of any female sexual characteristics who identify as women. And that's acceptable, isn't it? So why shouldn't a blonde woman with 1,000th part of possible Native American ancestry be allowed to identify any way she wants? Of course, the Cherokee Nation are a bit miffed about it, but again, in my uneducated British opinion, they are obviously being just a bunch of race supremacists. After all, the white people and the Europeans have taken over absolutely everything else they had and gave them European diseases, stole their land, killed their buffalo, murdered thousands, hundreds of thousands, and reduced the survivors to penury. Why shouldn't they just let the newcomers finish the job and surrender to them their genetic heritage as well? Like women are expected to surrender their changing rooms and their lavatories when the trans so-called women barge in drag. It's the same thing, isn't it? The important thing is how you identify. By the way, I'm assuming that most Native Americans who might be watching this will understand that this is a joke not aimed at you. Just to be clear. Now, back to Miss Worron. And talking about banana skins made me think, why don't you simply identify as a banana? Now, look, it may seem a little unusual to start with, but honestly, that's far less likely to get you into trouble. And there's a lot more precedent for it because apparently all human beings share 50% of their genetic code with bananas. And that's exactly the same proportion of the chromosomes for a man who identifies as a woman. And you know how hard you fought for transgender rights, Ms. Worron. So that should be right up your alley, if you'll forgive the expression. 50% of men's chromosomes are female, after all. So, back to bananas, which is what most Democrats appear to have become anyway recently. You have more rights to bananahood than your DNA history in regard to Native American rights, and you would have just the same rights to bananahood as a man. I reckon there's a lot to be gained from identifying as a banana. For a start, bananas are a pretty quiet bunch. Don't hear anything there. And as the only sentient one, that would make you top banana, wouldn't it? And let's face it, it's the nearest you're ever going to get to being top banana. Yeah, I'd say that's got plenty of appeal. Oh, and there's one other bonus, which is a biggie. As a banana, you'll get all the votes from the LGBTQ plus whatever community. After all, as the song says, I've never seen a straight banana. Take it away, Jimmy Edwards.
Well, I've never seen a straight banana. I've searched every time, I've seen bananas standing up and seen them lying down. I've tried everywhere to find one, Africa, Jamaica and Havana, but I've never, I've never seen a straight banana.
I'm very grateful for financial contributions. But if you don't want to give money, you can still help a lot by sharing this and other videos I've made. Also, remember to check your subscription from time to time, as sometimes subscriptions get erased for one reason or another. Till next time.